going down on a motherfucking Tuesday here. It is April the 26th, 2022. This is motherfucking Tuesday. Yes, we're almost to the end of April here, going into May. April showers bring May flowers. Is that the riddle, the nursery rhyme, or whatever? But we're here to talk about sports today. You know, of course, we review what happened last night in sports and then kind of go over what's happening in today's sports. You know, we actually have the first sweep of the NBA playoffs, and it is done by the Boston Celtics over the New Jersey Nets. Now, to some of you that might be, kind of shocking news, you know, oh my gosh, don't the Brooklyn Nets, not the New Jersey Nets anymore, the Brooklyn Nets. Sorry, my bad, my apologies. I was watching in the game last night, and they had the old New Jersey Nets jerseys on there, the Brooklyn Nets. Sorry, my bad. For those of you in New York, don't try to crucify me. Oh, that fucking boy from California, that fucking mooly. I don't want to hear shit from the people that supposedly want to know what's going on but don't give a shit, and then act like, oh, they do give a shit when yeah, we don't want to get that started here, ladies and gentlemen. We could start breaking it down by sports and then show you how the world that we all live in is all fucking fake. I mean, I know people don't like the term fake news because they're Donald Trump shit, but it is. It's all a facade. What do you fucking think happens in props and shit and things and facades to make it feel like it's real? That's what they do in Hollywood. They make Hollywood productions, and that's what they do for propaganda. Okay, of any types of propaganda, whether it's sports propaganda, whether it's religious propaganda, whatever else propaganda. Anybody can sit up here and cut film and make productions and do all that type of shit. Everybody has the capability to do that nowadays, to make whatever, make it look real, make the whatever. Okay, whoop de whoop. Okay, it's not what I'm gonna get up here and rant a rave about here on my channel here. My thing is, people are fools and just want to be fools and continue to be fools, and that's what you're gonna be. And you wonder why you never prosper and you never get anywhere, and you always wonder why you always being felt with resistance, and always end up in the 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 wrong side of the equation. Let's just put it that way. Be nice about it. But that's what it is. And then we get the real stories get masqueraded around by all these dumbass stories, about Meg the Stallion, about the baby and his fucking Walmart shooting video now, and all this other crap, all this Will Smith slapping on Chris Rock. We go on and on about all this dumbing down of the people, and basically insulting your intelligence. It basically, you'll go to sleep. It's like I said, the movie, when I was a kid and I went to see this movie called, it was Dark City, I believe it was, and the fucking bad guys in the movies would always tell people, sleep, 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 sleep. Now, is that just a coincidence? Is that was just some? Oh well, they just made that character in the movie just say sleep. There's no bad guys out here running around telling people to go to sleep. Meanwhile, they're doing whatever bidding while they're telling you to sleep. It's kind of like a magician or somebody that wants to hypnotize you. What are they doing? They're getting you to focus on what they need you to focus on, so they can manipulate. I know it's a big word for a lot of people, manipulate, but that's what they do because we operate on frequencies, okay? That's why certain music makes you feel a certain type of way. Like, you know, same thing with a television and programs. Certain imagery will show you, like on TV when they show you, kids in St. Jude, or when they show you the dogs that are suffering and the kids are starving in Africa and stuff like that. They're tugging on that. They're tugging on that type of heartstring there. But then they got these other ones where they tug on your your gender, your all this and other. I'm just saying, this is what they do. This is what they do at every level, and that's how they compartmentalize people, and that's how people say, well, if that's how happening, why isn't people waking up and doing anything about it? Because people feel, even though they know the truth, they don't have the power. I don't have the power, Captain. And that's what we deal with on a daily basis. We deal with a bunch of people that know that they're getting fucked with on a day to day basis, but won't stand up and fight because they're afraid that the police or the government or who's ever running this whole, dog and pony ass show is going to come there and wipe you out. When that's always been the end game. Whether they're going to do it by their own bidding in their own hands, or they're going to have their pawns or minions or all these other dumbasses to run around here. I mean, do we not get what the Joker did, and I mean, I mean, they put it in our face, they put it in our music, they put it in everything, and we gobble it up and regurgitate it and act like we are free and we're revolutionaries when you're nothing but a fucking carbon copy of something that's already been done. But then they repackage it and brand it off as something new. See, that's what they do. But see, you, as most people, don't give a shit. You don't come to my channel. You go to every other person, and then you wonder why you're going to be fooled. And when it's too late, and when it's time to actually do something, and you get ready to do something, it's going to be too late. You're not going to be able to do nothing. Your hands are tied. You're pretty much either going to shut the fuck up and watch as your head's being decapitated, or you're going to shut the fuck up and watch other people that were going to stand up and fight for you get executed, and then you'll never say anything. And that goes for all your sports. That goes for all your sports heroes. That goes for all your political heroes. All your fucking. You could break it down, man. You could break it down. This is what they've been doing. This is all by design. It's all by design. COVID wasn't just, oh man, they just plucked it. Oh, there's something new. You go do your research. COVID is actually nothing new. It's actually something that they already knew about. So, yeah. Those of you that, yeah, they want to call us conspiracy theorists and all this, when they flat out came out and said the election was rigged, but they don't care. They just laugh in your face. They have their face and say, "Oh, well, that's okay. We're letting the drugs and the fentanyl and everything go, but we're gonna take care of you. We're gonna take care of you." All these people that want to sit here and believe that democracy was only a facade for you to believe that they're gonna make you believe that you have the rights and the freedom of choice. So they give you the choice to be free, but you're not free. You're actually a debt bondage slave person. So they let you be free to pay off the debt in order to accomplish what they need you to accomplish. As they destroy these countries, and they've done it to every country on this earth, and now they want to shit down America because America is the last domino to go down. You could go out and throughout history. China's been destroyed. I mean, Britain's been destroyed. Europe's been destroyed. All of it, Africa, everything, South America. You, we could go all throughout the history and talk about all the people that fought and had great ancestries and all this and that. But the same people keep pulling the same tricks all over us, all over again, and in new ways and different ways. And then people just can't grasp it and get over their heads, or they just think that they're gonna be on the good guy team. It's like all these people where they get you to cheer for your wrestlers. They get you to cheer for your fucking football teams. It's all in gladiatorialness. It's all in gladiatorialness to sell you this stuff. So that way you get bought. You buy into this system, and you buy into it, and then you make yourself compartmentalize yourself and say, "Well, I'm not the bad guy here. I'm the victim." But see, that's what they always wanted, and you people continue to do it. But then you want to act like you're a slave and that you had no choice and that you're persecuted, but you're going to overcome your bondage and slavery when it's the lie. It's the latter half of the lies. We are the children, and we are the descendants of the lies. And we could change that, but it's by choice. And the only choice and the only way to get out is believing in God and give your life and repent your fucking sins and walk away from this shit and recognize this shit. But nobody does. Nobody cares. They come up on here and act like they do, but they don't care about you. You know, people tell you whatever they want to get you to do whatever they need you to do, so that way you don't realize that you've been fooled and you've been deceived in your mind. But you can't realize that you are, you know, you're the frog. You're the frog in the cold water as they're slowly boiling and you're getting cooked. That's what we are. We're crabs in a fucking barrel, and a lot of people are just gonna kill each other to try to get out, even though you're gonna die anyways. But that's not why I come up on here and I talk my sports, because I like to talk sports generally about what, how sports is. Not from oh, I'm going to kiss your ass and I'm some big rich motherfucker that has all this money and gambles his life away. And believe me, I love, I grew up eat, sleeping, regurgitating sports, rap music all fucking day long. I mean, shit. I was basically pounding down and praising these motherfuckers, idolizing these motherfuckers, kissing their ass, thinking that these were the motherfucking walking gods of the earth. And it took a long fucking time for me to realize that. And I even try to tell some of these people, but you can't tell them because they're just so dumb and they don't care. They just tell you, you lying. No, they come in here. These boppers come to the incarcerated in the jail. Yeah. To continue to sell you the bitch ass life. To continue to sell you life of crime and to sell you drugs and violence and disservices and not to have a family, not to be this and that, not to be self independent, but to be like them and get pimped out and get used and abused and then put your kids through the same time fucking treatment. I mean, it don't matter if it's a music entertainment business, it's the acting business, it's sports. They coddle their kids, they do it to themselves, and they enjoy it. They love it. And all these motherfuckers should be held for child neglect and child abuse, in my opinion. But hey, you know, you know, maybe some of these people they love that shit. They wallow in that shit. They say they hate that shit, but they love that shit. They love to be fucking sinners and fornicators and all that type of shit. And they'll say it with a straight face. They'll say they love this and that. You know who they are. They throw up the signs. You ain't gotta be a rocket scientist to know. Because if you ain't in their club, you the enemy. And they try to get you to buy in the club because they're getting more. They gotta sell you. They gotta get you. They've sold their souls, so now they gotta get you and your children and everybody else to sell theirs. They can't force you to sell your soul and force you to. They make it to where you're willing to give it to them. You know that you're willing to give it to them, and then they're gonna make it to where they tell you that it was your fault, and then you're gonna blame yourself, and then say it's not their fault for doing this shit to you and not yourself, but to trigger you into more lies and wonder why the webs of all the lies you can't get out of them. You're so caught up, your ass is getting eaten up by a black widow. They're sucking your blood, they're sucking everything from you, and then you're done. Then they discard you, and then they treat you like you weren't shit. But and that's here and now. And that's what I do on my channel. I talk my sports, but this shit is bullshit. Okay. And people are like, well, how do they get people to throw a game? They can throw a game. They ain't got to go out there and like fucking do whatever. That's how how they throw games. They just say, well, this guy's hurt. This guy's got COVID now, and this guy's got that. This guy, whatever. They something. All of a sudden, this guy ain't playing tonight. All of a sudden, this closer ain't gonna close out the game. This. I'm telling you, that's how they do this. That's how. I mean, how else they gonna do shit? And it's easy to do it nowadays because they got micromanage the minutes and shit like this and that. So it's easier to rig shit because more people's attention spans and everything else is not focused. People aren't seeing the illusion. People are only seeing what they're being manipulated to see. But we'll sit up here and talk about it. Like the Boston Celtics, having getting their 18th sweep of in their history of basketball. The Boston Celtics just got their 18th sweep over the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I asked a question to my friends, and I'm going to ask my questions out to the YouTube world. What was more of a disappointing this season? The fact that LeBron and the Lakers did not make the playoffs, or that Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Steve Nash, and Ben Simmons got swept in the first round? Like, to me, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, to me, I think LeBron's is pretty bad for him not making it to the playoffs and even getting a sniff at it. But I look at the Nets too. That's a loss too. I mean, these guys were supposed to be, but the thing will always be, well, I think even if they had Ben Simmons, they still weren't going to win the series. I mean, we can sit here and say, well, Ben Simmons can cost them the series. Well, what was Ben Simmons going to do? Ben Simmons hasn't put up 20. Ben Simmons hasn't put 20 and 10 in, like, I don't know how many years. Okay, everybody's acting like Ben Simmons is this guy is going to all of a sudden, you know, snap out of his, mental fucking snap foo. Because that's what I think. Personally and honestly, if you want my opinion, I'm not a fucking mental doctor or this or that. But Ben Simmons is a fragile young man, and he's just like most guys. He's fragile, and he can't take criticism. He's got thin skin. He can't take criticism about people talking shit about him and basically calling him out for, you know, I'm sorry. You can cry all you want, motherfucker. You're a grown ass man, and yet you can't get out there and play basketball, and you got to use your back as a fucking excuse. And whether it was from the 76ers said they didn't want him and all coddling his ass all the way through, and so now the New Jersey Nets got him now, and it's the same shit, man. I mean, I might give LeBron James a bunch of shit, but the worst of these motherfuckers is Ben Simmons. I'm sorry. He's like the Jamarcus Russell. He's like the Jamarcus Russell of the motherfucking NBA. I'm sorry. Sorry, I have to go to this comparison. But what did Ben Simmons do? Like this other guy, he was on Twitch. He sucks LeBron. He's a LeBron fanboy. Is basically saying that Ben Simmons was good, man. He had defensive numbers. He had all. When did he put these numbers up? I like to know because it seemed to me that this man hasn't played in the playoffs in a long time, or played basketball in any form of time. It just seems like he's been injured. They got to coddle him somehow. I mean, fuck. Michael Porter Jr.'s had his fucking 34th back surgery, and at least he's had more fucking games than Ben Simmons. I mean, I'm just saying here. We can sit here all day long. And, I'm not trying to sit here and criticize just Ben Simmons. I mean, it's just the generation of basketball. You got guys that want to whine and cry, and oh, well, they get accolades over guys like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird. You know, do I need to go on and on? I mean, we got all these people here touting out these young guys as they're the greatest when they have fucking load management. When back in the day, guys were playing 42 minutes almost a night. But now, well, we got load management. We got a back to back, so we gotta sit some of our stars. We gotta save them for the playoffs. Well, what do you need to save for if your team don't make the playoffs? I'm just saying. I mean, you're giving the motherfucker a rest, and I understand. But if your team ain't gonna make the playoffs, I mean, what is load management really doing for your team? Nothing. I mean, yeah, you're maybe saving some wear and tear on these guys, but I mean, these guys just get worn down. They get used like tools, okay? I mean, I'm just gonna say it, man. They're getting used like a jackhammer. You're getting used by jackhammer. You're getting used like sledgehammers and all that shit. So after a while, after so many times, what do you got to do when you get, whatever your construction or lawn maintenance or anything that have to use with tools? Eventually, the tools break, or the tools they're no longer, you got to get some up to date. You got to get newer ones that maybe a little bit lighter, stronger, faster. Maybe got a little more gadgets, whatever. That's what happens. But we over here, we're in the world playing lolly dolly here over here, lolly dolly every not body. So today, we're gonna just sit here and we're gonna talk about sports because we're gonna get the bets in here because I know it's almost time to make the bets here, and we got some games going on. I mean, especially MLB. We got early games here. All right, let's look at here. All right, so we got about an hour here. We got about an hour for now here. So we got about an hour. We got about an hour until we can. So we'll talk about the games here. We got Brandon Woodruff here is pitching for the Milwaukee Brewers. They played a one-game series against the Giants yesterday and lost 4-2. Corbin Burns pitched a hell of a good game before he was taken out, and he had the lead before they blew the lead. So they got to go to Pittsburgh to face Mitch Keller and the Pirates here. So should be a great game. It's a National League Central battle here. We got who's the favorite? Oh, right, the Brewers are favorite on the run line here tonight. The Pirates are plus 155, and we have a total of 7 runs is the over under in that game. All right, we got the Joe Musgrave and the San Diego Padres going into Queen City in Cincinnati to face San Martin, the lefty here. So the Reds here opening up a series here after they had a big losing a losing streak that I don't think anybody really cared about here. They were down. They lost 11 straight games, and then they finally got a win. So Joe Musgrave's pitching pretty well. So obviously the Padres are favored to win on the run line, and the Reds are plus 145 as the underdogs on the money line at home, and over under of 8 runs in that game. All right, next game we have Logan Gilbert and the Seattle Mariners taking on Matt Weisler and the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are favored on the run line here. The Seattle Mariners are plus 115 on the money line. And we have an over-under of 7 runs. All right, the next game we have German Marquez of the Colorado Rockies taking on Zach Eflin of the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies are favored on the run line. The Phillies won yesterday 8-2. I had the under 8.5 yesterday, so they got under 8 today here. So I don't know. You never know. The runs could come in spurts and in doses here. So then we have the Sandy Alcantara and the Miami Marlins taking on Josiah Gray and the Washington Nationals. So we have, a National League East matchup here in Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. The run favorites are the Marlins. Then you have the Nationals plus 110 on the money line. And we have over under 7.5 runs. Okay. Interesting battle there. Interesting battle. I mean, Alcantara is a really good start. Yeah. And Josiah Gray is one of the young prospects that, he got brought over, to the Nationals here. So we're gonna see how he does. He's 1-1 on the season, so curious to see how he pitches tonight. Then we have the Baltimore Orioles and Jordan Lyles taking on Luis Sereno and the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Yankees are favored on the run line tonight. The Orioles are plus 230 on the money line tonight. And we have an over-under of 7.5. And then the next game we have Nick Pivetta and the Boston Red Sox taking on Kevin Gausman and the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays are favored on the run line. Once again, they were favored last night, and they won 6-2, which I bet on the Blue Jays yesterday. I'll go into my bets as soon as we get to the betting segment. And Boston Red Sox are plus 175 on the money line tonight. And the over-under is 7.5 runs. Okay. Then we have the Kansas City Royals and Daniel Lynch taking on Dallas Keuchel, the lefty, and the Chicago White Sox. White Sox are the favorite on the run line tonight. The Kansas City Royals are plus 135 on the money line, and the over-under is 8.5 runs. Then we have Marcus Stroman here in the Chicago Cubs taking on Max Fried and the Atlanta Braves. In Atlanta is favored on the run line here. Chicago is plus 150 on the money line here, and the over/under is 8 runs. Stroman got lit up last outing, so hopefully it'll be better because I have Marcus Stroman in my fantasy lineup. Hopefully he'll pitch a lot better. Next game we got Eduardo Rodriguez and the Detroit Tigers taking on Chad Paddock and the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota Twins are favored on the run line tonight. The Tigers are plus 130 on the money line. And we have an over-under of 7 runs. All right. Next game we have the New York Mets. The New York Mets, and taking the mound from the New York Mets is Chris Bassett, taking on St. Louis Cardinals and Jordan Hicks. The Mets are favored on the run line here. Once again, from last night, I picked the Mets last night. They were it was 2-2 ball game, but they came back and ended up winning here 6-2. So the Cardinals are plus 105 on the money line, and the over/under is 7 runs. So we'll see about that. Then we got Jose Ordonez and the Houston Astros taking on Tyler Hearn in the Texas Rangers. The Astros are the run line. They are the favorites on the run line. Texas Rangers are favored on the money line, and the over/under is 9 runs. All right, next game we got Tristan McKenzie and the Cleveland Guardians taking on Pablo Sandoval here. Sandoval and the Angels here. The Angels are favored on the run line here as they won last night. 3-0. They shut out Shane Bieber, but Shane Bieber has not been the same lockdown Cy Young ace pitcher that the Guardians are used to seeing on the mound. So maybe McKenzie can get them back on track tonight here. Let's see. Yes, the Anaheim Angels are favored on the run line here. The Guardians are plus 140 tonight on the money line, and the over/under is 7.5 runs. Next game we have Tony Gonsolin for the Dodgers taking on Zach Davies and the Arizona Diamondbacks, a battle of the NL West. Dodgers are favored again on the run line. They won last night. Walker Buehler pitched a shutout game. So, therefore, the Dodgers are favored on the run line here. And Diamondbacks are plus 180 on the money line because they are the underdogs. And over/under 10 runs tonight. And last but not least, an interleague matchup of the Battle of NorCal, baby. Battle of the NorCal. Dalton Jeffries and the Oakland Athletics taking on Carlos Rondon and the San Francisco Giants. San Francisco Giants here tonight are the favorites on the run line here. And the Oakland Athletics are plus 220 on the money line. And let's see, over/under of 6.5 runs here. 6.5 runs. And that's your rundown of baseball. Rundown basically what on my site what the betting odds are. The teams matchups here. So let's go. We got 3 games in the NBA tonight here. We start off the first game, 7 Eastern. The Atlanta Hawks go into Miami. There is no Jimmy Butler tonight. But the Miami Heat is still favored to win by 4.5 points on the spread line here. Then you have the Hawks plus 160. We have an over under of 215 and a half with the hook. What the hook gonna be? All right, Atlanta's trying to not, they're gonna try and be like how basically they're gonna try and be like the Raptors and try to starve off another game here and make it have to go to another game and hopefully make it a 3-2 Heat lead here, or else the Atlanta Hawks will be just like the Nets. They'll be going home in the first round. I mean, would be very disappointed because they made it to the conference finals last year against the Milwaukee Bucks. So it'll be interesting to see how the Heat play without Jimmy Butler. I think they can still win the game here. And then the next game at 7, we have the next game is at 7:30 Eastern. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies are favored on the spread tonight, -6.5, so they got to win by 7. Timberwolves are plus 220. And we have an over-under of 231.5. And the last game of the night, last but not least, we have the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Phoenix Suns tonight in the Phoenix. The Suns are favored to win on the spread by -6.5, just like the Grizzlies. There is no Devin Booker. He's got a hamstring. He pulled a hamstring. So the series is tied up here at 2 apiece. So you're really going to see a good battle here. And I think a lot of people just didn't believe that the Pelicans had enough. They just thought that when Zion ain't gonna do shit. Well, Pelicans ain't shit. Well, they were, and then they got that trade for C.J. McCollum, and then you got Jose Alvarez. He starts stepping up. Guys start playing. Brandon Ingram started playing like the all-star that he when he played with the Lakers, and so hey. And now they have a chance. They're in this series right now. Suns are gonna have to find a way to get back to that NBA Finals here, and you have to do it without Devin Booker here. They got Chris Paul still there. They got DeAndre Ayton. They still got some. They still got viable, good players on the Phoenix Suns that are capable of shutting down the Pelicans and winning this series. But it has yet to be seen. Maybe it will happen tonight here. So. And then tomorrow we got the Bulls taking on the Bucks. That's the first game, minus 12 because Zach LaVine is now gone onto the COVID list. Yes, I'm going to say it. He went on the COVID list. So tomorrow there's only 2 games. Tomorrow we only have the Bulls and the Bucks because that series could be a closeout here, which it probably will with Zach LaVine not playing. Then we have the Denver Nuggets and the Golden State Warriors tomorrow. I think the Warriors have a really good chance to basically close out that series with the Nuggets here. But the Nuggets have enough to starve off the Warriors another game? I don't know. It'll be remain to see tomorrow. But for now, we're gonna go do our due diligence as we always do, and we're gonna go and we're gonna look at this. They're gonna look at the games and we're gonna break them down and we're gonna figure out. We're gonna make our bet here. But as time and time again, we'll go through yesterday's bets here. As we always do, we always go through the bets. We always go through the bets here that we did yesterday here. So let's go through yesterday's bets here. We'll start with the NBA. We'll start with the NBA. I bet the Nets -1.5, and Nets did not win, ladies and gentlemen. They got swept. And I had the under 221. 221.5, and that it went over. So those two bets killed me. I took the Raptors money line plus 280. Raptors covered. I took the under. I took the under 211.5. That covered. I took the Mavericks money line minus 160. They covered. They won 100 to 77. Spoke the Jazz. And the under covered. The under 212.5. So the only bet that screwed me on the NBA parlay was me picking the Nets and the under. If I would have picked the over and I would pick the Celtics, we were talking about, we're talking about winning a parlay tonight. All right. So let's get on to what we did in baseball, since we're going to be picking baseball. All right. We had the team total under 8.5 runs, and the Rockies and Phillies. It went 10 runs. So we lost that one. We had the Mets to win by a run and a half. The Mets ended up winning. Mets ended up winning by more than two runs, so that was good. I had the under 7 runs in the Giants. It went 6 runs, so I cashed there. I had the Blue Jays to win by a run and a half, so they had to win by 2. The Blue Jays did that. I had the Astros and the Rangers under 8 runs. The Rangers won 6-2, so that stayed at 8 runs. I had the Guardians money line, and the Guardians did not win last night. And then I had the team total under 8.5 runs between the Dodgers and Diamondbacks, and that covered. So basically, in baseball, the only teams that cost me was the Guardians money line and the Phillies under. So basically, that's not, like I said, I don't use no algorithms when I'm out here picking the teams. I look at the teams, I look at the numbers, I look at the pitchers, I try to figure out what I've seen so far in the season. Is the team hot? Is it right to jump on this team here? Should I take this here? This looks like a good number and a good bet to take for this team here, because they're trying to give me the number, or they're trying to get you to pick a certain way. And that's somehow what they try to do. They know that they got all this money is all on here, and so they try to get people to bet the opposite to see if they can get people to sway it a certain way. You see Vegas and the books, they try to put a number. They put a certain number. If they try to see if the number is going to go up or down to see exactly where they want the number to be at, or where they try to push the number to know that they can make money. I mean, that's how they do it, And then you got all these guys get up on here, on YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, whatever, and they act like they're some fucking experts. You ain't experts on shit. The only thing that you people are experts on are experts at being fucking smut peddlers. Your head so far up your ass, you believe your own shit. And I come on here and I want to have a conversation on why I pick a team. I pick a team because I pick that way. Not because, my skin's in the game with these guys or that guy or this loyalty. Hell, I got loyalty to the Bulls, but you know what? Tomorrow, I'm not picking? I'm not picking the Bulls tomorrow. That's for sure. That's one team I'm not picking tomorrow. That's definitely the Bulls. It's definitely with Zach LaVine out. I mean, it's gonna be, and then we're already down Alex Caruso. It's already a done deal, ladies and gentlemen. A done deal. All right, so we got the parlay for the 26th here. Let's do it. All right. Let's see. Milwaukee. First game we got Milwaukee, and we got the Pirates here. First of all, we got two decent pitchers. I mean, Keller has pitched pretty well, to say the least. I think Brandon Woodruff as well. He's pitched pretty well. But, it's different when you're pitching on the road compared to when you're pitching at home. So a lot of these good pitchers. I mean, look at Shane Bieber. He was an ace, and he got smoked yesterday. And I don't mean like he got smoked like a cigarette or a blunt or like a cigar, but he got smoked like a chicken. He got smoked like a brisket. and that's what I mean. He literally has not had his best stuff this year. So if I'm looking at the number right here, it's kind of like there's no favorite really to take on in the run lines game really. I mean, and basically, Pittsburgh plays a pretty good baseball at home. They played pretty well, and they like I said, they kind of stick to some low scoring affairs here. So I definitely, I definitely could get down with the 7 here. Let's see. Let's remember yesterday. I bet 7 on the Brewers yesterday, so I don't know if betting twice unders on the 7 works. So we're gonna see though. We're gonna see though. And I'm hitting this bong here. And nor do I think that me hitting the bong is gonna make me any smarter. I just like to smoke. And no, do I believe this is gonna help me defeat all the powers to be and win my freedom? No. All right, Brewers and Pirates. We'll come back to that game. I really don't have a strong read on that game. All right, we got the Padres and the Reds here. I mean, do we pick the Reds? They've been they didn't play yesterday. They had a day off, and on Sunday I picked them on Sunday on the money line, and they won. So do we pick them to play the? Do we pick them to beat the Padres here? I mean, really, there's no. They want you to take the 8 runs. So you think there's gonna be some. They think there's gonna be at least some runs. I mean, that's saying at least 5-3 or something like that, or 6-2, or 7-1, or it could be an 8-0. But yeah, I don't. Like I said I don't. I don't really care too much for that here. Like I said, then we have Seattle. We have the Mariners, and we have the Rays here. They kind of want us to take. They kind of want us to take the Rays here. The Rays have been playing. They play a certain type of baseball. And the Mariners, the Mariners have it. They've been on a they've been on a home stand here. So, do we take the under 7 or do we take the over 7 in this game here? Logan Gilbert, he's pitched pretty well here. Matt Weissler here. You know what, man? I want to take the Mariners here. I want to take the Mariners, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think the Mariners. I don't know. I've been watching the Mariners. My good buddy of mine that comes in here and he makes comments. It's complete TV. He's a Mariners fan. We've been watching a lot of games. Not just Seattle Mariners games. We watch a lot of games, and Mariners, man, they've been playing pretty well, man. I mean, I have no doubts in my mind that the Mariners, and that's my first pick here. I'm taking the Mariners on the money line here. I kind of like that here. All right, the next game we have the Rockies. We have the Rockies, and we have Rockies and Phillies here. I mean, Philly's been playing really well. They put up 8 runs yesterday. I mean, they played well here. And I mean, is it good luck to bet again on the under 8 here? I mean, I don't know. It seems like Phillies got the runs yesterday, so I mean, I don't know. Does it stay a little bit lower with this type of pitching that we have coming on pitching today? And you know what? I'm gonna go with the under 8 here. I'm not that person. I'm the type of person. I don't like doubling down sometimes, but especially the next day on a certain team that you might have picked yesterday. But I feel good because there was 10 runs. There was 10 runs yesterday, so all right. Then we had the Marlins and we had the Nationals and we have Sandy Alcantara and then we have Asai Gray. The and I kind of want us to take the over 7.5 runs. I mean, the Marlins have been playing pretty decent here. Um, the Nationals, the Nationals have been hanging in there, but they you know the Nationals they don't the bats haven't come alive yet here. That's what doesn't make me really like to pick the. But I'm gonna do something crazy tonight. I'm gonna take the Nationals. I'm gonna take the Nationals at home tonight against the Marlins here. I feel like it's a good spot here, a good spot to possibly take. And like I said, I mean, I'm not, I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to taking certain teams. So far we got three. So far we got three here. So far we got three. So far that's pop up our thing here so we can write it down. Make sure you don't get too far. Got the Mariners. Mariners money line plus 115. All right, we got team total under 8 runs in the Rockies, Phillies, and then we're taking the Nationals money line plus 110. All right. Then we come down to the Orioles. We have the Baltimore Orioles and the Yankees. Excuse me. Um. Oh shit! I'm about to hurry up here a little bit here. Baltimore Orioles here and the Yankees. I picked the Yankees before here, and the Orioles here. So Reno and Loud. I mean, I think there could be runs here. There could be runs here, and can I very well pick the Yankees to lose to the Orioles the first game here? I mean, well, I picked the Orioles to upset the Angels. Do I dare pick them again here, or do I like the under 7.5 here? I mean, uh, I mean, they went from all the way from Anaheim all the way to New York here. I mean, I only got a day trip from yesterday, so but still, we'll come back to that game here. And the Blue Jays, the Red Sox here, we picked that game yesterday, so maybe we stay away from that game here. We go down to go down to the White Sox and Royals here, battle of American League Central here. Over 8.5 runs here. Mm, um, so we're basically saying that there'll be over 9 runs in this game here. Yeah. I perceive that here. Um, let's take the White Sox on the run line here. We'll take the White Sox on the. All right. Cubs and Braves. Let's take the Cubs here. We're taking the Chicago here. Get the Chicago Cubs money line here. Since we can't, Chicago Bulls ain't gonna do good. We'll do the Chicago two-step here. Those people that don't understand what two-stepping is in Chicago, you ain't old enough to know what two-stepping is. So, and I ain't talking about motherfucking R. Kelly. All right. Next game we got the Tigers and Twins. Under 7 runs here. Yeah, we'll take the under 7 runs here in that Tigers and Twins. All right, so we got 6. So we got 6 here. All right. and then well, you got the Rangers and Texas here. Under 9 runs. Let's take the under 9 runs in that game here. Total under 9 runs. Astros. Rangers. Do I dare double down here? Yeah, we're gonna be some doubling down fools here. We're gonna take a team that I don't normally like to take here. We're taking the Athletics here. And how about this? We'll take the Orioles too. We'll make this a crazy ass. We'll just make this a crazy ass parlay here. This is gonna be. Got any money line here? Plus 140 here. And the A's. That's 220. Make sure I didn't miss anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 8, 10. Alright. It's probably called some people. It's probably what I what just being well my bets being reckless. Well you could go big or go home, man. All right, so let's read out the bet here. We just made the 10 team MLB parlay for Tuesday. We got Seattle Mariners money line plus 115. We have team total under 8 runs in the Rockies and Phillies. We have the Nationals money line plus 110. We have the Chicago White Sox on the run line to win by run and a half, so they got to win by 2 runs. We got the Chicago Cubs to win on the money line plus 150. We have the team total under 7 runs in the Tigers and Twins. We got team total under 9 runs in the Astros and Rangers. We have Orioles money line plus 230. Guardians money line plus 140. And the Oakland Athletics money line plus 220. Risk is $1. If we win tonight on our 10 teams, if all 10 teams cover tonight, we will win $5,000 and $5,025, $5,025.67. We're talking $5,000, folks. $5 grand on a dollar bet here, and that's what I'm saying. Worst case scenario, I lose. I'm only losing a dollar. Best case scenario, I win. I'm gaining. I'm gaining like 4 grand. I'm making 4,000, 40,000, whatever percent, man. You do the unit math. All right. All right. Now it's time to go to the NBA out here. NBA, NBA. Let's make a good bet here in NBA here. We have the Hawks and the Heat here. Well, Jimmy Butler's not going to be there, so it'll be close here. I'm gonna take the Hawks plus the 4.5. We'll do the Hawks 4.5, and 215. Yeah, I'll say under. We'll take the under 215 here in the Miami Hawks. All right, next game we have the Grizzlies and we have the Timberwolves. I believe the Timberwolves ended up winning. Oh no, I think it was the Grizzlies. So I'm gonna already say I'm gonna go with the over here. Let's say the over. Let's take the Grizzlies. We'll take the Grizzlies. Well, no, no, no. Hold on. Check that. We'll. All right. Um. mm, we'll take the plus 6.5 of the Timberwolves there. And the Pelicans and Suns. Shit. Say over, and we take Pelicans again. I feel like the Suns though. And we only won $47 here. I mean, let's see. What if we do this here? I'm gonna go down there. We'll go Timberwolves. That's I pick Miami. What if we? What if we do that here? We'll just make that. We'll make this our. Is read the NBA. Our NBA parlay here. NBA parlay. We have the Hawks money line here. Plus 160 here. Then we're gonna do the team total under 215. Hawks. Hawks Heat. Then we'll do T Wolves money line plus 220. And then we'll do the team total over 231 and a half. Wolves. Grizzlies here. And then we'll have Pelicans plus 6.5 on the spread. Team total over 214 and a half. All right. I'll risk it $1 here. Cash out here. All right. So this is all right. All right, we're confirming here. We're confirming like a Don King perm here. There we go. All right. All right, this is our so that's our bet here. Hawks money line plus 160. The team total under 215 in the Hawks and Heat. The T Wolves money line plus 220. Team total over 231 and a half. T Wolves and Grizzlies. Pelicans plus 6.5. Team total over 214 and a half. Pelicans and Suns. Betting all 6 of those bets at $1 here. If I win and cover those bets, it'll be $111.24. So that's what we stand at today on our bets, baby. We gotta get down to the nitty gritty. Gotta make sure I get my last minute bets and my last minute roster moves here. But I'm gonna watch some baseball here coming up here in about a few minutes here before I have to go run some errands. But I'm gonna get off here now. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna get on a little bit earlier because I gotta go be on the road. Probably won't be one. Probably won't be a sports show. Maybe Thursday, maybe not. Might be in Friday. I have to go get my sister tomorrow night. So be on the road. Be the real world warriors out there tomorrow. But yeah, be on earlier tomorrow just to talk about the draft and everything else of that nature and early morning baseball, probably get some play by play. Well, until then, Take care of yourselves. Take care of everybody else. And enjoy yourselves and be the best you can in this world. And enjoy sports. But be woke, be conscious. Don't be a fool out here. Don't be believing half stepping and all these stories, all this other dumb shit. Please, be woke. Be woke and aware of what's going on. Don't just sit back and watch and think this is all entertainment and there's not an agenda or point or anything, because there is. But on that note, peace out.